Hello everyone, I am Ghanshyam and welcome all of you to the electric neuron. Today we are going to discuss about the steady state analysis in the network theory. This topic is very important to your examination like GATE, ESC, Railway JEE and the SSC JEE and university exam also. It is very important to write the network theory question, and it is also very important for your future, like it is helping to study the power system, and also it is helping to study the machine subject. Okay, so in this previous lectures we have already discussed the node analysis and mesh analysis. Those are not related to this in steady state analysis, so it is the new topic. So before starting our video lectures, I want to tell you that if you like the video, please share to your friend and also subscribe to this channel so that you will get immediate notification whenever I will upload a new video. Okay, so let's get started. So before going to our steady state analysis, let's know the basic concept of this wave. Okay, so if we consider the sinusoid, so what is sinusoid? A sinusoid is a signal that has the form of the sine or cosine function. Okay, sinusoid have both sine and cosine function. So what is sine function? If a function is starting from its origin and it continuously move like this with its period, okay, with its time period, okay, so it is called a sine function. When the cosine function, here the cosine function, it is 90-degree lead to the sine function. Okay, that's why it is starting from here only. Okay, this is our cosine function, and these 2 points are peak point. See, this is the peak point, this is another peak point, this is one peak point, this is another peak point, and it is vary with respect to time, or you can say omega t. Okay, omega t. Let me erase. So see here, one voltage sign is there, that is Vt is equal to Vm sin omega t. This is in sinusoidal nature. So where omega t, this omega t is the argument of sinusoid. Okay, this omega t is our argument of sinusoid, and omega, here the omega is our angular frequency in radian per second, that is measured in phi divided by dt. Okay, and Vm is the peak or maximum of the amplitude, See, this is the one peak and this is the another peak, so this is the Vm, this is Vm plus Vm and this is minus Vm, this is also plus Vm and this is also minus Vm. So Vm is the peak of the maximum peak or the maximum of the sinusoid or amplitude of the sinusoid, and omega is the angular frequency in radian per second, or omega t is the argument of sinusoid. Okay, so omega is equal to 2 pi f. We have already known the formula, omega is equal to 2 pi into frequency, and already know the frequency formula, that is frequency is equal to 1 by time period. Okay, so put here in this frequency time period 1 by time period, then we will get omega is equal to 2 pi divided by time period, and time period is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Okay, now let one sinusoidal voltage sources, that is V small t plus capital T, okay, that is equal to Vt. So here T is our time period. If we are taking with respect to time period, then this sinusoidal frequency will be like this, sinusoidal wave like this. Okay, so this is the one half cycle and this is another half cycle. So for one half cycle the time period is t by 2, for another half cycle that is from t by 2 to t. Okay, so for full half cycle the time period is t, and for second full cycle the time period is 2t, like that it is going. Okay, or this is the positive peak, that is plus Vm, and this is the minus positive peak, that is minus of Vm. If we are considering the omega t value here in the x-axis direction, then we have already known the formula omega into t Okay, so here put the value of omega, that means 2 pi divided by t into t. See here, 2 pi divided by t into t. So here t will be cancelled, then we will get 2 pi as our omega t. So omega t is equal to 2 pi. Okay, so here for full cycle the time period is 2 pi, for half cycle the time period is pi, and the positive peak, that is Vm, and negative peak, that is minus Vm, is the periodic signal. Okay, these two signal are the periodic signal. Okay, now come to the steady state AC circuit. So we have already seen the periodic signal and sinusoidal signal, sine wave and cosine wave. So the advantages of sine wave is it is used to handle mathematically differential, as integral of the sine function can be rewrite in terms of the sine function. Okay, so it is very useful to the mathematically like differential or integral calculus. Okay, and also the natural phenomena like motion of the simple pendulum. This motion of the simple pendulum you have already studied in your plus 2 science or your basic of physics in engineering. Okay, and the responses of on-damped system exhibit sinusoid characteristic. Okay, and any periodic waveform can be expressed in terms of sine functions by using the Fourier series also, and it is easy to generate in the lab also by using the CRO, that is cathode ray oscilloscope. Okay, so see, this is one figure, it is with respect to the time period t, but this is another figure, it is with respect to omega t. Okay, so I have already told you that the how omega t will be formed, the time duration pi and 2 pi, and t will be formed t by 2 and t, so no need to describe again. Now see, for this sinusoidal or non-sinusoidal characteristic in the steady state analysis, we require some trigonometric identity. So let's understand all this thing. So this is the main important formula in this trigonometrics. Sin a plus minus b is equal to sin a into cos b plus minus cos a into sin b, and cos a plus minus b is equal to cos a into cos b plus minus sin a into sin b, or sin omega t plus minus 180 degree is equal to minus of sin omega t, and cos omega t plus minus 180 degree is equal to minus of cos omega t, and sin omega t plus minus 90 degree is equal to plus minus cos omega t, and cos omega t plus minus 90 is equal to minus plus sin omega t. This can also be calculated from this equation only, this equation, not this equation, this figure only. Okay, this is the fourth quadrant, quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, quadrant number 3, and quadrant number 4. So in the x-axis direction cos omega t we are taking here, and in the y direction, in the upper direction, we are taking minus of sin omega t, and in the left hand side minus of cos omega t, and in the down side sin omega t. So for sin omega t plus 180 degree, that means sin omega t is here, plus 180 degree, that means clockwise direction, plus 180 degree, that means clockwise this direction. So it is minus sin omega t. So here minus sin omega t, like that. Cos omega t plus minus 180 degree, this is the cos omega t plus or minus 180 degree, that means plus 180 degree, that is minus of cos omega t. See here minus of cos omega t, like that. Sin omega t plus minus 90 degree, this is the sin omega t plus minus 90 degree. If plus 90 degree, that means in this direction, that is cos omega t. If minus sin 90 degree, that means this direction, so minus of cos omega t. So like this, all those things are related to this figure only. Okay, so this, see this one figure, this is a sinusoidal form, but here we are taking the leading angle, that means theta is the another angle which is leading to the actual original sinusoid. Okay, so Vm sin omega t plus theta. So here theta is in anti-clockwise direction, that means leading. So it is in this direction only, this direction it is rotating. So the sinusoid will be starting from its origin, before the origin. Okay, so if we are taking the sin omega t minus theta, that is lagging in nature, so we are going in clockwise direction. So after origin it will start its sinusoidal wave. Okay, like that. Now see the RMS value. RMS value is defined based on the heating effect of the waveform. So based on the heating effect, RMS value can be found. So the voltage at which heat dissipation in AC circuit is equal to heat dissipation in DC circuit is called as the VRMS, or value of RMS voltage RMS in period, provided both AC and DC circuit have equal value of resistance and operated for a time. Okay, so this is one DC sources with connected resistance. So power is equal to I square R, or omega, that is energy, is equal to heat dissipation in this resistance is equal to I square R with respect to time, that is temperature. Okay, with respect to time, not temperature, with respect to time. Omega is equal to, or heat is equal to I square RT in the DC case. Like that in the SC, this is RMS value dissipation in the resistance, power is equal to I square R, and omega, that is heat dissipation in the AC circuit, resistance is equal to I square RT. So here in the both the case, in the AC or DC, the power dissipation or heat will be same. So the RMS value, how it will be defined? The voltage at which heating potential in AC circuit is equal to the heat dissipation in DC circuit is called as RMS, provided both AC and DC circuit have equal value of resistance. See, the value of resistance are not changed, but value of resistance are same in nature or same magnitude. Okay, and operated for a time. So this is our time. So VRMS value is VRMS is equal to root over of 1 divided by 2 pi if we are considering the with respect to what? Omega t. With respect to omega t, then we take 2 pi as our full cycle. Okay. So root over of 1 divided by 2 pi from 0 to 2 pi v square d omega t. Like that, if we are considering the t here, that is time, then root over of 1 divided by t from integration from 0 to t v square dt. Okay, this is the RMS value. So let's find some RMS value of the function or waveform. Okay, so first one is the sinusoidal waveform. Its magnitude is Vm sin omega t. So its RMS value is root over of 1 divided by 2 pi. It is going from 0 to 2 pi as our full cycle, 0 to 2 pi. Bm sin omega t is our function square dt. Okay, so after calculating this, Bm will come to outside, and sin omega t square value is 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2 d omega t. Okay, so after calculating this function, then we will get Vrms is equal to Vm divided by root 2 as our RMS value. Okay, like that for a full wave rectifier circuit, that is both the cycle are in the positive direction, that is Vm is the peak value and it is from 0 to pi in positive direction, pi to 2 pi is positive direction. So full wave, the voltage RMS value is Vm divided by root 2 by calculating this procedure only. Okay, like that. See, this is the half wave. In case of half wave, the Vrms is Vm divided by 2, but in case of full wave, Vrms is equal to Vm divided by root 2. Like that, for we are taking this Vm sin omega t minus theta. Okay, so its RMS value is Vm divided by root 2. So here no need to describe all those things because those are not asking in the question or your university examination. It is directly asking what is the RMS value of that circuit, what is the RMS value of that circuit. Okay, like that. So see, this is the one circuit which is in the square manner. So here no sinusoidal like that. So its RMS value is Vm. Here also for full wave half wave rectifier like structure. So here RMS value is equal to Vm divided by root 2. Okay. So here we are taking a triangular shape. So or it is a sawtooth waveform. Okay, sawtooth waveform. Its RMS value is Vm divided by root 3. Okay, please remember all the RMS value of this figure. So it is important to write any competitive examination. So it is asking on short form. So that's why you have to remember all the RMS value. Okay, so let's revise again. So RMS value of this circuit is Vm divided by root 2. RMS value of full wave is Vm divided by root 2. RMS value of half wave rectifier is Vm divided by 2, and RMS value with respect to minus of theta, that is Vm divided by root 2. RMS value of the square wave is Vm. RMS value of the square wave with the half wave rectifier is Vm divided by root 2. RMS value of sawtooth wave is Vm divided by root 3. Okay, please remember the string. So for today that's it. Thank you for watching.